Any interesting or favorite memories with other recording artists or producers you had a chance to be around or work with you want to share with viewers today, looking back now at your career?
Dang, I don't even know. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like disconnected for a while, so I've been like in isolation and just coming out.
And did you explain the reason for the disconnection already in this interview?
Um, I think the disconnection was really just like me having to mentally take care of myself, you know what I mean? Like making sure spiritually that I'm okay. Because a lot of times, like, especially when you're an artist and things, you want to be here, you want to do this and that. And it's so much of like giving into others, I forgot to give into myself. So I had to completely disconnect and just pour into my own cup.
What's been the reaction to the disconnection from fans, from social media comments, things of that
Yeah.
nature?
So definitely there's like, well, first I know like everybody that follows you is not a fan. Some people who follow you hate you. Some people love you. Some people just curious, you know what I mean? So I had to learn to even disconnect from that because at the end of the day, it's just like, is that what matters or is your mental health what matters? You know what I mean? Because it's like all this other creations of your stuff wouldn't have happened if you didn't take care of yourself.
Did the disconnection happen after you left 10K?
Yeah, because then COVID hit too, so it's kind of like all this stuff going on.
Do you think it was the 10K scenario that spawned the disconnection? Was it the pandemic that spawned it?
Oh yeah, those events definitely caused like periods in my life where it felt like trauma and like healing. You know what I mean? Like even with people in the business and things, it's like you experience verbal abuse and things like that. So it's like you have to learn how to maneuver. You know what I mean? So with that, like that caused me to disconnect because like I said, it was kind of like being in unfamiliar territory, and when you're in that, it's super uncomfortable.
Sometimes when people disconnect from music,
Hmm.
they never return back to music. Why are you back?
Well, this girl right there in the corner, right there, actually, is why I am back because I actually, when I came out to Atlanta, I wasn't looking to do music or continue it, to be honest. And then, I mean, things just didn't happen how I thought they were going to happen in my head. And, you know, she was on her way to take me to what I thought was going to be my apartment. And then we kind of just had a serious conversation, just, you know what I mean? Like me just telling her like, yo, like I don't know what I'm doing, like I'm not okay, and things like that basically, and her just telling me from her experience, you know what I mean, like, yo, like I kind of already experienced that, so you don't have to go and move that way, you know what I mean. And it just helped me just realize like so much within myself of just like, yo, like you can't just keep moving off of fear and just like hurt and trauma. It's like you have to really just tap into your femininity and just, you know what I mean, express yourself and tap into your own power, because at the end of the day, like you're the only one who could change your story. Nobody else can change your life.
Care to share who this person is off
Yes.
camera to the side of you?
This Priority Beats AP.
And do you remember the first time you met, how that happened?
Yeah, so I actually met her husband first because he had came to a session when I was with the label and things like that, and made a couple songs off his beats and stuff like that. And then from there, we kind of just like continued a friendship and stuff like that. And visited his house last time I came to Atlanta and stuff. And then, you know, I went during my disconnection. Actually, I had unfollowed a lot of people, and then I had refollowed him, and he's seen that, so he reached out, and that's how it happened.
And what is the role she play at this point in your life?
You saw what happened?
What is the role she plays at this point in your life?
I would definitely say she definitely got CEO vibes going on, management, things like that. But also, like, on a serious note, definitely like therapeutic vibes. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like, you know what I mean? Even today we had a conversation. It's just like, you don't need to pay for therapy all the time. You could just talk to your friend and it's like therapy, you feel me? So I appreciate that.
And when you say like management, CEO vibes, things of that nature, is this
Mm.
roles you're giving her or roles she's seeking
No,
with what you have going on?
I say that's definitely like, she already like plays that role. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I see in her.
And I don't know if you want to chime in or not. You don't have a mic. We can faintly hear you if you wanted to chime in. Is there anything you want to add or subtract to what she said? If at all, you don't have to, but
I don't know. I guess I can take my mic off. Hey guys. But no, for me, I just saw her going down a path that I was really familiar with, and we grew up similar, oddly enough, and we barely know anything about each other. Um, so it was really a matter of like I've always wanted to inspire and impact, and if you're gonna listen, I'm gonna talk. I mean, I talk a lot, you know. So it was really a matter of just helping this sweet little girl who just came down from Pittsburgh, Harrisburg, all the way to Atlanta with a hope and a dream, pretty much. And it was just like I've done that before. I can't even allow you. I can't even watch you do that. Like I just, as a woman, I can't allow you to do that. So I kind of stepped in and was like, look, I'm gonna give you my experience and you can take it for what it is and you can go from there. And I mean, since then, we've kind of just been sharing our own, you know, life stories. And on a aspect of like the CEO and management tip, my husband comes up with these crazy ideas sometimes that I just don't understand. I don't trust a lot. Um, like I said, similar background, so I've done everything for myself, so I don't trust a lot. So when he came up with the idea of like, I want to go into business with her, I want to manage her, I want to create our label with her, and just everything, I kind of had to take a step back and say, okay, I'm going to trust you and go ahead. And I think after the conversation that we had in the car, just today, even, you know, this interview, I've learned so much more that makes me more receiving to want to do that. And I mean, I'm in the industry, I've worked with a lot of people, I've been through literally some of the same thing that she has been through. So I think at this point, you know, we're both CEOs, we're both girl bosses, whatever you want to call it. Um, I think together, like she said, you can't do everything by yourself. So together, we can definitely make an impact, especially the impact that I've envisioned for this music industry being so male dominated and a bit sexist.
Yeah.
You know, a bit racist.
Right,
We
yeah.
can speak on it.
The dark and the light.
Okay.
care to share who your husband is in the music industry?
My husband is Priority Beats, so both of us go by Priority Beats. Um, Dynamic duo, but his name is Derek Opeg. He goes by DP. I go by AP. Some may know us, some may not.
And even though you share the same name, Priority Beats, what is your role in that duo there?
Um, we both do the same thing, oddly enough. So I wear multiple hats when it comes to Priority. I'm a producer, engineer, songwriter, as well as the co-owner of Priority Beats. My husband kind of, I like to let him take a step back from doing all the business. I guess I'm controlling and I just very particular about how I do business. So I handle all the contracts, everything like that, aside from, you know, attorneys and stuff, but those are my roles.
Anything else you want to mention about the disconnection other than what you've already mentioned in this interview?
To be honest, I'm glad it happened. Like, even though it was, like, scary as hell, and I didn't know what was going on, and still sometimes I don't know what is going on, it just helps me get more connected. You feel me? Like, I feel like, especially with today's technology and things like that, we so used to instant entertainment and things happening instantly. So when things aren't, we're like, what the heck? But you have to literally just disconnect and allow, like, everything you desire and everything you want to just come to you, because you attract whatever it is you want.
Anything else on this topic or question you weren't asked? People want to know about the disconnection.
Not that I know.
And for time reference, it's April 2022 now. Before this interview ends, is there anything else you were not asked? Fans want to know? People want to know? Is there anything you want to address while you're here? Anything else you didn't get a chance to mention you'd like to mention now?
No.
Anything else? Any loose ends you want to tie from this interview with the previous topics you were asked?
Yeah.
Anything unspoken you want to speak on? Anything that needs further clarification from what was said in this interview?
Actually, I feel like a lot of times since people see me kind of like disconnect from music and go onto like TikTok and stuff, so a lot of times with that, you got to understand, like, even as a creative, like, just because you're not putting music out and not doing this or whatever, it's like, that doesn't mean you're not a creative no more. You know what I mean? Like, clearly I'm waking up, putting on clothes and doing different things to create in different ways. So it's really just understanding, like, can you disconnect from that field in order to go back into that field with more valuable information and resources? So, yeah, that's what I would say.
And for those watching, getting to know you for the very first time, care to share your TikTok screen name or handle?
Yes, Kierra Luv, Luv, Kierra.